Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, I am going to discuss about the organic chemistry. Before starting this journey, I'll be sharing my fear with you. Actually, whenever I have been supposed to pick up the subject for my teaching, I always avoid the organic chemistry related subject because I have some kind of fear in my mind how I will be able to teach this subject to the students because I am not that much confident in. So, in order to overcome this fear, I'll want to start this subject from the root. I hope this subject is difficult for many of the students, and everybody is seeking for the knowledge from the beginning. So that's why I'll try to post the video on the organic chemistry from today onwards. Firstly, let's come to the first point. What is organic chemistry? Organic chemistry is basically the study of structure and properties, composition, or reactions related to carbon or hydrogen compounds with the other heteroatoms, if can be possible. Why we give a new field to the organic chemistry? Because carbon has very good catenation property. Due to its very good catenation, it is capable of creating long chains, and due to this vast complex or vast compounds, it has been created from its tiny molecules. It has become a different part or different field of a chemistry. Basically, it involves carbon and hydrogen chains, but there is some other heteroatoms like as oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur. You can also be observed in organic chemistry compounds. Now, let's come to the very basic part. Whenever we open the book, we have seen so many structures, and these kind of shapes or these kind of shapes. Firstly, we are in this today's video, we are able to analyze those kind of bond line drawings, what they are saying to us. Okay. Firstly, there are three different ways to join the molecule. Like as I shown that there is a zigzag way to show the molecule. Whenever you open the book, now from today onwards, you have to be focused towards whenever you open your organic chemistry book, you have to look at the structure, how they have been arranged at. And there is another way to arrange the molecule is the linear way, like as I show. A first way is a zigzag way, second way is a linear chain way. Out of both these properties, we have been creating this bond line drawing. That means we are hiding all the carbon or hydrogen atoms in our chain while just showing the bonds in between them. Like as carbon carbon bond will be shown like that. I have, for your convenience, in this structure I have been showing you like that with the dot. Otherwise, this dot is not like that. You have to draw the drawings like this. Okay. In this dot, for the first time, we have been focused on the bond line drawing. So I have been putting dot where actually carbon is placing. So later on, when you are comfortable with your bond line drawing and you have a very good grip in drawing the diagrams, so we can avoid these dots as well. Okay. So first struck way is to bond line drawing is the ultimate drawing you have to be draw in your notebook related to any compounds. It would be like that. Firstly, you have to be first imagine the molecule as much as you expand it. Like as carbon, around carbon we have drawn hydrogens like this in the expansion form. Later on, we can merge this diagram into a dot structure. Then finally, when you have enough grip, this is the right way to draw any kind of bond line in organic chemistry. Because why we choose this method? Because look, there are only four carbons and we have to draw so much kind of we have to distribute so much atoms, or we have to show complete structure of that molecule. It is quite a tedious one. So in order to avoid that, or in order to save the actual time of ours, we can come to this structures. Okay. Now how you would be show like this. You have to show carbon in a zigzag form when we have a single bond. Keep that thing in your mind. When you have a single bond, carbon carbon single bond, then you are supposed to show your structure like a zigzag chains upward. Why we avoid the linear chains? We prefer zigzag chains because in actual, whenever we pack the molecules, zigzag molecules will have very good packing efficiency. That's why we opt zigzag method over linear method, right? This is not a wrong one, but we have to try to reach to the right one in order to achieve our goals. Okay, in this way, like double bonds and triple bonds will be shown like that around the zigzag chain. Whenever you have a double bond, show like that. This is the way I'll, in order to make you easy, that you understand that there is these two carbons have a double bond. So during zigzag bond line drawing, we have to show double bond where it is. Okay, next is how you show the triple bond. Now, in actual scenario, sometimes students will show the triple bond like that. This is a wrong way. Whenever you have a triple bond in your molecule, you have to make a straight chain over there of at least 4 carbons. Like as 2 carbons, they have a triple bond, but in order to make the chain right, you have to consider another 2 carbon as well in a straight chain, right? Actually, yeah, in order to make you understand, I'll have been putting dot. Otherwise, dot is not present here. Well, bond line drawing. Okay. So you have to assume that there is are 2 carbons and these are another 2 carbons I have shown in the bond line drawing. So in order to show the molecule, this is the right way. So next, these are the practice question I have been giving to you. Try to expand these for the first time in this form. You have to place all the carbons where our carbons are present, wherever the two lines intersect, that is a dot which shows carbon. Wherever the two lines intersect, that is a dot. Wherever the two lines intersect, that is a dot. Wherever the two lines intersect, that is the dot. Wherever two lines intersect, that is the dot. And in this manner, where is nothing is showing, that is also a carbon. So you have to expand the molecule, like as I have show you the carbon ones. Now you have to expand the molecule like this in order to understand the concept better. In this manner, the second example would be like this. This is a carbon, this is a carbon, this is also another carbon, because why, what I have shown you, that whenever there is a multiple bond like as triple bond, the structure become very rigid. You are not suppose that it is a flexible molecule now, because carbon has a three orbitals are surrounded with another carbon orbit molecules and they have a bond in between them. So you are not supposed that whenever we draw a drawing, that is a flexible one in order to show that. This is the mistake I have been doing whenever when I have been studying the molecules, because I won't be able to understand the concept behind it. But today I have been aware that this is the right, why this is the right way to show the triple bond like in a straight line, because the carbon carbon bonds are rigidly make, so that's why they are not able to move flexibly and we are not able to show them in a zigzag way, right? So next molecule would be like this. Wherever the two lines intersect, there is a carbon present over there, like as this. Two lines intersect, there is a carbon. Two lines intersect, there is a carbon. In this manner you are able to achieve your goals. Understood? Now the next part is how you count the hydrogens. Now there is a, whenever the exam comes, they have just given you this structure. So how would you analyze the hydrogens behind it? Okay. Now, first thing you have to keep in your mind is carbon always make four bonds in total. And during our bond line drawing, we are just hiding carbon and hydrogens, not oxygen, nitrogen, or sulfur. So, whenever they have given you such kind of structure, so you can directly assume that there will be no oxygen, nitrogen, or any other kind of atom present over there. There is only a carbon or hydrogen present in this type of molecule. So our journey become easy. So now we have to first locate our carbons. In order to make you aware, I'll just putting out the dot, otherwise you are not supposed to do in your exam. Last, when we conclude, I would be give you the right method to do the bond line drawing. Otherwise you get confused. So firstly, in this structure there is a four carbons. That's why I'll give you again and again a check that you have to imagine that these are the dots present over there. Later on stages you have to imagine the molecule like this way only. In this way, the carbon, you first locate carbons. Now around carbons there will be a presence of hydrogen. Okay, so carbon always make four bonds in total. So that's why the terminal carbon, these will be called terminal carbons, right? These are terminal chains. Where chain ends, we call those carbons as a terminal carbons. So firstly we have to position the terminal carbons. Around terminal carbon, look, there is only a one bond between carbon and carbon, so three bonds are remaining. So these three bonds are with hydrogen. In the similar way, do the next terminal carbon atom. This bond is with this carbon, so one bond is already formed. We need three bonds around that carbon, so these three bonds with the hydrogen, right? Second, look at these two carbons. These two carbons, one bond with this carbon, right? I have marked one bond with this carbon. So it has two bonds. So remaining two with the hydrogens, right? In this manner, look at the another zigzag diagram. Firstly, place the dots. Keep in your mind, we are not supposed to do this. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. Now place the carbon. We just imagine that there is a carbon. So firstly locate the terminal carbons which I show by circle. So you have to see that there is only one bond between them. So remaining three will be formed with the hydrogen. Look at this. And now look at the central one. 1, 2, and 3. So only one bond is left. So that is why there is only one hydrogen present around these carbons. Got it? Now look at the third one. Triple. Triple, I'll show you that you have to show with the straight chain. 1 along around this, 2 and 3 and 4. Right? So that's why we'll show this structure. Now you have to see that there are terminal carbons. Terminal carbons again form three hydrogens around them. And now there is a central carbon. Look at the bonds around that carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have already four bonds between them. So there will be no chance of hydrogen present here. It's an easy one, right? Now do the practice questions and try to find out the hydrogens around these structures. Take a screenshot and practice these questions so that you are not facing that much problem which I have been facing in my period. Let's not bore too much with the teachings. Conclude the part what we have learned today. In bond like drawings, don't mention carbon and hydrogen, but always other atoms than these two atoms. Whenever you draw any kind of molecule, I'll first explain you that these bond line drawings only meant for the carbon and hydrogen to be hide in it, right? No, whenever there will be a structure like as suppose we have a furan structure. Look at this. I have draw the oxygen atom present in it so that we have a clear understanding that rather than drawing like this, we have to imagine where is the oxygen located. So in bond line drawings, we have just used it for to draw hide the carbon or hydrogen from the structure, right? This is what I have mentioned in my notes. If we draw carbon in skeleton, then mention hydrogen also. So this is not a wrong way, completely wrong way. I have already told you that these are the ways, some of the ways to show the molecules. But in order to save the time, we come to this, right? So if you want to, you are not that much confident that you are supposed to do the reactions whenever we do any kind of chemical reaction, which we discuss in a later on stages. So if you are not feeling supposed to be comfortable to draw the molecule, then draw the complete molecule. That's my point. Don't do like that. Draw carbons in the chain and then hide the hydrogens. These are not the right way to show the zig bond line drawings. If you want to hide the molecule, then completely hide the carbon as well as hydrogen. So this is the best way. If you are not comfortable, even with the practice, you are not confident in order to draw the molecule, then follow the same. Draw carbon and hydrogen both. Don't skip any one of in order to save your time then. Okay, that's all about I want to discuss about this today's lecture. Next week we will meet with the next video. Thank you.